Okay. Live.
Alright guys, welcome to the stream. If we are live, share this with all your friends. If you guys care for your friends' financials, we're about to give you guys some free money, some free watch lists, some free a lot. If you guys don't know, we have a free Discord chat where we post free game plans for you guys to follow along with. Shiv and I post them every day before the market opens. Within the game plan, we highlight important resistance, support, fundamentals of the stock, catalysts of the stocks, and we also give out alerts. So if you guys just want to join the Discord chat, I think we should have it in the description.
Yep, it's in the
But
description.
anyways, let's get into it.
Alright,
This week, I'm really just watching a lot of airlines and cruise lines. I think what CCL did, RCL, NHCL, all these cruise lines and airlines were stocks that I really wanted to look at as the economy reopened for a better confirmation of where the economy is headed. So let me just give you guys a quick synopsis of the SPY. Really crazy to just say that we had this V-like recovery. And honestly, I'm pretty shocked. I thought that it would be a little bit more rough than this. As you can see, all the pullbacks that there were pretty much got bought up, and we are at this last week we made a high of 321. You can see there's a lot of volume done on Friday. Friday was a really good day. It was a pull-in day, and we held up, so that was really nice. But something that I really liked last week was on Wednesday and Thursday, a lot of airlines and cruise lines showed that they had a lot of strength in them. If I could just clear this out. Sorry guys. BA was
Alright, so that was weird. The Zoom just crashed. Excuse us 1 second, guys. There's some technical difficulties
just a
here.
shame that I something else.
Alright. Alright, I guess we'll just start over. That was some weird technical difficulty there. Alright, welcome to the stream, everyone. Just real quick, give a disclaimer out. Seminars given by us, Traders Capital, are for educational purposes only. The information neither is nor should be constructed as an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy, sell securities. You're fully responsible for any investment decisions that you make. So Joseph was giving a overview on SPY until the Zoom crashed. So I don't know how many people heard that or not. I have no idea what happened. The Zoom just sort of crashed. So let's just start going over the SPYs from where he left off. We're looking at the daily here on SPY. We have some short-term resistance here at 321, 326, and then we have a support here on that gap up around the 316 area. So obviously market has come up quite a bit in the last 3, 5, 6 sessions. I thought it was interesting how we just gapped up a ton on Friday. It seems like it's sort of propping up that jobless claims number and the jobless claims number alongside the sort of reopening of America. So that's the daily on the SPY. In this webinar, we're just going to be walking through some key levels that I see. Also on the SPY, we have, so just about the same resistance and support from the daily. Let's see if we can zoom out a little bit more. Move this up a little bit. Yeah, so those are the levels we're looking at on the SPY. 326, 321, 317, 313. So that is the Zoom. Sorry, that's the SPY. Now let's take a look at the upcoming economic data. So Monday we don't have much. Tuesday, I think this motor vehicle sales could be interesting for Tesla. That's something that we're watching this week. Let's see how that sort of pans out. Wednesday is ADP employment report, which is pretty important. Factory orders, ISM non-manufacturing. Thursday will be the main day. The jobless claims report this week is going to be very important as well. You know, that's definitely going to be a key factor in the market and where it goes. I'm also going to be looking out for more of these technical plays throughout the week, since the economic numbers are not, as prominent in the early week. So that's something to be watching out for. Next thing I want to go over is the index sectors. All right, so we have in the last week pretty much green across the board here. Consumer cyclical 1.6% on that. Amazon, eBay stronger than market, moving pretty nicely there. On the weakness side, we have healthcare, Pfizer leading the pack, J&J unchanged, Apple up a good amount, and then finance. Wow, yeah, financial really pulled up on this week. So that's definitely going to be on watch for the next couple days. I'm going to be watching this JPM and possibly Citigroup. As for earnings, I don't see anything crazy for this week. Just gonna take all the stocks that we're watching and sort of break those down now. So starting with the Boeing. Boeing had this huge gap up coming into Friday. 12% move at the close. This is sort of our spinning top here. Resistance of 220 and 50 cents, and then support at 196.50 area here. $220.50. Just make sure we get these levels down. I'm gonna zoom into an hourly chart and see where else we see. So on Boeing, this was a monster move. I mean, I don't know if they're gonna hold this up or if they're going to show us the backside, show us the short first. But you can see here, I mean, this is a pretty tight range, and I'm going to be looking for a break in the pre-market session and then sort of determine the upside or the downside to this. Some other resistance areas for this on the upside. 231.50, good area there. Oops. 231.50, nice upside target. Maybe 240, but I think that this has room, a lot of room on the upside and the downside, depending on how strong the market is. So next stock that I want to break down is Apple. AAPL. Apple is, I believe, approaching. Okay, so Apple made a new all-time high on Friday. Yeah, this is an interesting chart. You can see, volume starting to pick back up here as well. Definitely going to be watching for the break on this. Break of that previous high on the day was 231.65. So definitely going to be watching this. I'm going to take a look at the fundamentals on Apple real quick as well. Here's what it is. Apple has beta of 117, RVO of 7.3. Okay, so on the upside, if this thing can break past its all-time high, I think we can see this run to about 337 area, 338, call it. That's going to be on watch. I want to see that close. Yeah, so pretty strong close here as well. Nice move up, follow through. No violent pullback, no sharp pullback. So on the bull side, this is a good thing to watch for the all-time high play. Alright, so the next one we're going to be watching is Facebook. Facebook. Consolidation on the daily here. Pretty basic setup, like watching for a breakout on either side, whether it's the downside or the upside. I think if the market rolls over, this can be something interesting to short. This gap fill here towards the bound side, 217 area. This offers a good setup on both sides for sure. Maybe a push towards the upper range or filling the gap on the downside. So that's Facebook. Okay, next one is Nvidia. Nvidia's daily. Similar to Facebook here, but a little closer to these all-time highs. Watching the support here on the 346.50 area. I personally like this more towards the upside. I'm looking for a long trade, calls trade in this stock, and that's because I liked their earnings report. I think they definitely have some more room to the upside following that positive earnings report. The market can keep going. I think that this is something that can keep pushing. Looking at the 240-minute chart here, it's a 4-hour chart. It looks good on both the upside. There is a small gap to the downside, but if we're going to short something that's similar to tech sector, I'd rather short the Facebook because the Facebook had a bigger gap towards the downside, higher probability of downside, so I would rather keep my eye on that. I'm going to take a look at the fundamental data on this video real quick. So RVOL of 0.8, beta of 3, and ATR of 13. Pretty nice. Short float very low and very high institutional ownership. I'm going to take a look at Facebook too. I don't think we got that on Facebook. Facebook is a little bit weaker in terms of just volume. And that institutional ownership definitely stepped up there. Alright, so that's NVIDIA. So the next ones we're going to be going over is Baba, DraftKings, Tesla, and I believe someone requested LK. So those are the next couple that we go through. Let's take a look at Baba. So Baba is a little more interesting here. The volume drop off, not a big fan as it nears the top of the range on the daily, but it's still one to watch here if it defends this 218, 216, 50 cent area. Definitely interested on a continuation play sort of to the upside here. Just a little bit worried that more traps will set up, but let's definitely keep an eye out on this. I want to take a look at its ATR for the sole reason, how much can this thing move on a breakout? So it's got an it's got an ATR of about 7 points. So that's telling me that, yeah, it's possible this can have a daily candle breakout, come towards the 224 area, maybe push it for 225. And then here's just some more upside targets for Baba. But you can see this thing has a good amount of overhead. I tend to stay away from stocks like that, but this can offer an opportunity. It's at a good spot in the chart. So that's Baba. Now let's go over real quick Tesla. So I like how Tesla has held up their move here. You can see pretty clear pattern here. Consolidation, stock breaks higher. Consolidation, maybe the stock breaks higher again. Looking for that upside play. Definitely coming into the market a little bit more long biased because as stocks are sort of setting up near these highs, I think futures are even up. I checked. I'm gonna be watching the upside. So let's see here on Tesla. I'm just gonna say that resistance level is 900. Keep that resistance level at 900. Keep that support level here 856. That blue support 856. And then 923 is the next upside target. 950. This is the stock that I think can get to $1,000. Yeah, I think this is definitely going to be on the top watch. Breakout of consolidation, clean move up, definitely a top watch. Maybe it doesn't happen tomorrow, maybe it happens later on in the week. That's something to watch for. Now let's take a look at the downside as well, because there could be a good short play in here as well. Oops. So looking at this like mid-level here of 827, I would call that an inflection area. Yeah, maybe we break the support of 850, come down to 827, maybe pivot there. If not, maybe we see a move down to the support 800. 800 is a pretty strong support. You can see that it's held this pocket one, two, quite a few times. If you go back in history as well, it's moved, it's held that pocket like a couple times. So it's a pretty key level on Tesla. Also, that 00, that 900, 800 level, very big psychological level as well. So that's going to be on watch. So that's Tesla. Now we have, I'll go over Netflix really quickly. Market starts coming down, I'm going to be watching Netflix towards the upside. I'm just going to put out some clean, like very simple levels out. Range trades in Netflix. This is support. What number is that? That's 408. We have 430 resistance, 440 resistance too, and that's it. Netflix, very simple trade. Market starts coming down, I'm going to be watching it for the upside. That's the relationship it sort of has. Coronavirus, stay-at-home name, something that benefits as more people are home. I'd want to see Corona fears sort of pick up too. I don't think that's going to necessarily happen. But let's see, if the market does start selling off violently because of the move that it's had in the past, I would like to keep my eye on Netflix, sort of as like a secondary idea, just watching it on the upside. Also, if it does lose this support, I mean, it's got a good way down. Yeah, this is something to watch on the short side as well. Only thing is, market's been ripping it, and this thing has been holding up. If market was ripping and this was coming down, I would be more confident in it. In the short, like I would watch it around here. If it does get to these like sub 400 levels, it's like something to set an alert for. A good alert name. If it comes under 400, it's one to watch, because if it does break these, like, it means putting in higher lows. But if it does break that, we can see like a mean move down towards 380, maybe even lower. Yeah, that's definitely one to watch. All right, so now we have two requests. One was in DraftKings. Yeah, this was in DraftKings. So DraftKings, parabolic move up. This thing, you can see the volume spike, and it just come all the way up from this low of 1150, all the way up to about $50. There's a high we tagged was like 45. A lot of stocks like this, you want to be careful, and I say that because it can do a lot here. It can either come down, can either come up through this resistance, or it can sort of consolidate here. I wouldn't be looking at swinging this unless there's some strong sort of bias that you have behind it. They held up the move, but maybe we see it fade off. Some levels to watch, I guess, can be like that one. Yeah, some levels to watch can be here, this support, at 36.25, and then we have another support here, 38.30, and then 45. Possibly, if we get closer towards the $43, if we hold that, sort of come higher, maybe we see another all-time high with like a price target of like around 50, just a psychological number I'm throwing out there. I bet this one looks good on FinViz too. Let's see, DKNG. Yeah, looks pretty good. RVOL of 1.43, ATR of 3, which I'm personally not a fan of, but if that's your thing, then go for it. Institutional ownership, only 10%. That's actually pretty interesting. I have not traded a stock with this low institutional ownership. Yeah, I mean, this price target at 50. Goldman, neutral. Stanley, overweight. Yeah, this is interesting to watch, definitely. Even if you don't trade it, there's good learning experience in this stocks like these. Next one is LK. It came from a viewer. Here's the daily chart. So LK, if you guys know the story behind this one, this stock was accused of cooking the books, and well, they were proven guilty actually, and they should be on their way to delisting. I'm not entirely sure. They should be taken off the market. Typically when we discover things like this, they just sort of take them off the market, and they're not allowed to be traded anymore. But I guess they resumed the halt, and now they're bringing it back up. Yeah, I mean, this is super interesting. I mean, it come above this $7.35. I don't know how much higher it can go. I don't know like who wants to save this company or not. And even for me, trading stocks like this, not my cup of tea. I don't like trading these stocks that are in that range of like $1, $7. I stay away from that. But to go over this, yeah, it's got that RVOL of 4.11, ATR of 237, heavily institutionally owned, and that might be the biggest short float I've ever seen on a stock. So take all of those things and sort of analyze that, and trade it to your plan. Good watch, definitely a good watch. Are there any other names that you guys want me to go over before we call it? I will go over volatility real quick. So that's VIX.X for me. Volatility. You can see here, as the market came up, volatility's been getting crushed. Just to pick off like a little spot here, 25 seems to be, maybe we pivot here. It seems like volatility has been crushed for the longest time, of course, as the market moves up and comes off of that huge sell-off area that we had there. I think paying attention to volatility in the next couple of sessions will be key. Trying to see what the market internal looks like, what kind of X we get, what kind of, if the market does sell off, how heavy is the sell-off? How many ticks are we getting? Nicey ticks. How many nicey ticks are we getting? How much volatility is spiking? If the market's coming up, how quickly, how heavily are they dropping volatility? How is the rate of change associated with the move in the SPYs and the Qs and the overall market indexes? So those are just some things that I'm going to be looking out for this week. Just to reiterate, let's see. I think tomorrow morning is going to be super, super interesting. Definitely going to be a little risk off in the morning opening session, depending what the pre-market looks like. You can see this huge gap here that we have to fill. Maybe we start filling that. Let's take a look at the futures. Alright, so taking a look at the futures here. We've made a move up. Wow, 3,202. Top of the move. Yeah, so futures have come up quite a bit in the last few hours. Cool. yeah, that's about it for this stream. Unfortunately, Joseph wasn't able to give his watch list. I don't know what happened to the Zoom there, but he will post something for you guys in the Discord. Another quick thing that I want to mention is we're opening up our registration for our new program, the July end of June through July training. So if anyone's interested in that, shoot me a DM on Discord and we can figure something out for you. We're going to be hosting the 4-week live training as we've been doing over Zoom, 3 times a week, 4 weeks, 11 classes, and you get a one-on-one session with me or Joseph. So that's all for this stream, guys. I hope everyone has a good trading week, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share.